risks and gambled a bit as well.
I mean, what about in Bradford? Like, what were you studying when you went there, and why did you go to Bradford? And
I went to Bradford mainly because of the course, which was philosophy, sociology, and psychology. Studied in an interdisciplinary way.
I chose to come to Bradford to go to college because I heard that they did lots of art forms in their degree. And then while I was here, I met all of my tutors who were all major players in the community arts movement.
I've worked in Bradford for the last 4 years altogether, quite intensively in Bradford. My mum's family are all from Bradford.
It's fairly near to where I come from, which is Barrow-in-Furness, a shipbuilding town on the northwest coast. People complain about Bradford being grimy and impoverished, but to me, coming from where I came from, it didn't appear to be particularly grimy or impoverished at all.
There is one of the things that's affected Bradford has been that image thing of people coming from outside and say, well, I might have to go and work there, but I don't want to live there as well, until they actually understand it.
I was living in one of the cheapest places in the whole of the UK. I was paying at one point £17 a week for my house, and you could go and have a curry for £1.80, and this was in the early 90s, which is a while ago, but it still was nothing. It was just it was a pittance compared to what people were paying in Leeds.
I've only just come back to Bradford. Bradford born and bred, but then for about 3 years I worked in Leeds for Paper of Commerce over there. Disappointed to say this, but you're quite ashamed to call yourself a Bradfordian, and you didn't really want to kind of like put yourself down there because there was such bad press.
It felt as though Bradford felt as though it was a place kind of where there'd been a lot of false promises, and it still felt very post-industrial. The traditional industries were still on the decline. I think that's still happening, but those parts of particularly the textile industry who've specialised and who have said actually we're going to go for a real niche market have survived within that.
I could go into the town centre and I could spend a couple of hours shopping. Town centre was full of charity shops, second-hand record shops, second-hand clothes shops, and I could go around these shops and feel part of it. Whereas in Leeds, the town centre was just going like this to you all the time. If you're poor.
When it first started coming out about the regeneration or going to be changing things in Bradford, nobody believed it whatsoever. There'd been that much talk beforehand, but it had never been backed up by anything solid. I think people are beginning to think, oh, something might actually be happening now because of the change of Bradford, because they have actually pulled down the buildings, etc.
Actually, once people come here and see the place and realise that if you talk about the district, it's the 2/3 rural and beautiful, and there's got the most fabulous architecture and great people and all that kind of stuff, people become champions of it in a way as well. So we see people who are hugely loyal and fiercely proud of either being from Bradford or coming into it as well. And a sense that, you know, actually we will keep some of that with the regeneration and not leave it behind, and it's got to be integral to it rather than kind of an add-on. The mindset change that I've seen in the last 4 years is we don't want to be another Leeds, we want to be something different, and Bradford can offer something different, and actually it can be complementary to Leeds, and there's no need to be quite so adversarial anymore. So it feels as though that mindset has shifted a bit, and people no longer kind of spit on the ground when you mention the word Leeds.